The People's National Party wishes to set the record straight on an erroneous statement made by the Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Parliament yesterday on the country's debt-to-GDP ratio. In 2012, the country's debt-to-GDP ratio was 1.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And in this one, my people, as Nigel Clark, the finance minister of Jamaica, jets off today to take up another post at the International Monetary Fund. We've seen the Prime Minister at a post-cabinet briefing announce the new finance minister and appointments for others as well.
I know that a number of Jamaicans have been waiting, apparently with bated breath, for these very few words that I'm about to utter. I'm pleased to announce the following appointments. The Honourable Fayval Williams, MP, will assume duties as Minister of Finance and the Public Service. Senator Dr. the Honourable Dana Morris Dixon will assume duties as Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. And Mr. Matthew Sabuda, MP, will reassume his role as Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. These appointments are designed to maintain stability and minimize disruption in the functioning of the government, but at the same time, pivot towards a growth-oriented economic policy, as well as to make a priority and focus of human capital development. To help drive this pivot towards growth, I have assigned my senior advisor, Mr. Alec John, who is highly regarded for his financial expertise, to work closely with the Minister of Finance, newly minted Minister Fayval Williams, as well as with other private sector stakeholders.
People, we had an idea, and we heard talks from before that, she was tipped off to be it, but we saw in an interview with NNN, she didn't really want to disclose.
Have you been offered the job?
Again, Mr. Hughes, I will make no comment on that.
You can't say whether you have been offered the job of Finance Minister Favourable Williams?
I will make no comment on that.
Would you be up to the job, Minister? Would you want the job?
I will make no comment on that, Mr. Hughes and Siobhan.
So now when you know it, my people, the new finance minister is Fayval Williams, and Dana Morris Dixon will take up the post at the Ministry of Education. My people, drop in the comment section, tell me what you think about Fayval Williams being appointed as the new finance minister. As well as the Prime Minister, in honouring of Nigel Clark yesterday in the Parliament, states that they have taken the GDP ratio from 144 to 74%. And to set the record straight is opposition spokesperson on finance, Julian Robinson, with some facts saying that they didn't take it from the 144, but instead PNP took it from 144 to 116, and they took over and did well there as well. So listen to this, my people.
Our reserves are at the highest levels they have been in decades. We have halved the national debt from 144% of GDP to now what, 74% of GDP. These are real things that have happened to transform our economy under the direction of Minister Clark as the Minister of Finance.
The People's National Party wishes to set the record straight on an erroneous statement made by the Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Parliament yesterday on the country's debt-to-GDP ratio. In 2012, the country's debt-to-GDP ratio was 145%. It was reduced to 115% in 2016 when the PNP left office. It is therefore wrong for the Prime Minister to suggest that his party reduced it from 145 to its current level now. In fact, it is worth noting that in 2007, when the JLP assumed office, the debt to GDP ratio was 107%, and in the 5 years when they left it, it went to 145. So the PNP actually started the downward trajectory of reducing our debt to GDP, which has continued with the present administration. But it is important for the record for the country to note that we started that process of moving it from 145 in 2012 to 116 in 2016.
And some people, when you talk the truth, don't expected any better from the Prime Minister there. So when in truth and in fact, him don't give the PNP no credit, none at all. And we always seen him going back to the 18.5 years and no credit. And remember that people in them right mind couldn't vote for somebody for 18.5 years and them not doing good. You understand what I say, my people? And at some point, they must come and speak the truth and give accolades where accolades is due. Right? A whole heap of great things Peter Phillips did, my people, to rescue Jamaica so that Jamaica could even get back deals or get back borrowing privileges from the International Monetary Fund, that's the IMF. Right? So my people, I want to hear from Uno. Remember also that this is the very same man who say PNP borrow how much money and mash up the country, and that's why the country going through hardships. You know, at certain point, PNP era, PNP-ism, and all of them stuff there, my people, where I come up with.
You are seeking to lead the country now. They benefited. When I said that they benefited, they became millionaires and billionaires on the backs of the people. When they carried an economic policy called the high interest rate policy, which helped to drive up the debt, where one of your own MPs described it in a way, and I can only say he's an honest man, a man of the clock, when he spoke about the high interest rate policy, that some of them who want to lead the country today, they benefited from it, and your own person, your own member of parliament at the time described it as the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. And I have no doubt that that is what they want to come back to do to the Jamaican economy. I have no doubt that that is what they want to do, to come and get wealthy on the backs of the poor. I will not allow that to happen again in this country. And I hope that my voice is carrying. To the halls around here, so that those youngsters who don't know their history, who are brainwashed and misled, can understand that the real power is right here in this room with the young people who have had the knowledge and the understanding.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, my people. Drop your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about everything that was outlined in this video. Continue to support the channel. Get this video to at least 3,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.